Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 65, and today we are returning earlier than expected due to some real deadline day drama. And today you will see games against Spurs in the Premier League and Reading away in the FA Cup 4th round as well. But let's get to the transfer deadline day drama first, because we just signed a new player for a club record fee and sold a big player as well. Oh god, who saw this coming? So of course in the last episode you saw our win over Arsenal and then our loss to United as well. You also saw a new signing in George Becerra as well, the Chilean right-sided player who I thought would be our only signing of the window. But I'll show you our signing on deadline day in just a moment's time. You see who he is right there. We sold Dembele though. We sold Dembele a few hours before that to Barcelona for £28 million. And I've got to say, I'm very happy with the sale. Now, whilst his market valuation might be higher than the fee we received for him, it's a flat fee, no installments, no clauses, and we get rid of that 100 grand a week salary we were paying him. And of course, he was awful for us. We signed him in the summer from Bayern Munich for £17 million. With clauses, it could have got to £28 million. But of course, due to the deal ending quickly, and after 6 months, we don't have to pay that. So in the end, I didn't think I'd be saying this, but after 6 months, Dembele leaves Hull to join Barcelona, and we make a profit on him as well. That is bizarre. But yeah, he's joined Barcelona, just like he might do so in real life as well. And yeah, to be honest, to make a profit on the guy, I'm actually happy with that. I really am, because I thought we'd lose money on this guy, but instead, £28 million, yeah, I snapped it up straight away when Barcelona put in a bid for him. But we used that money to sign a new player, and as you can see, it's this guy right here from Paris Saint-Germain, Lars Rasmussen, or Rasmussen. I hope it's Rasmussen, so I can call him the Moose. But yeah, Lars Rasmussen is in, and this is a Danish centre-half who I had my eye on for a couple of seasons, and we finally snapped him up. It's an extremely expensive transfer that could rise to £70 million with clauses, but it's £55 million with monthly fees of, I think it's monthly fee £25 million and initial fee £30 million. But it's £55 million anyway, guaranteed with PSG. And once he plays 50 league games, which he will, we'll have to give him an extra 15 million as well. So hugely expensive transfer, ridiculously pricey contract. You thought Dembele's contract was bad. This guy I think is even worse, but I think he'll be worth every single penny. 200 grand a week, just like Dembele. Optional contract extension of 3 years as well, which is really, really nice. Look at some of these clauses right here. His agent squeezed every single penny out of Hull, I'm telling you. But he's got some unbelievable stats, man. He looks like probably one of the best defenders in the world at this rate, at his age as well, because he's just 22 years old, 16 heading, 18 marking, gotta love that, 16 tackling as well, 17 for positioning too. Mentals aren't bad either, in fact quite good to be honest, and physically is where he really excels. Look at these physical stats right here. Lowest stat is natural fitness of 14, everything else is 15 or above. 15 acceleration, 15 pace, so he's not slow, he's quick off the mark, 16 jumping reach, 16 agility, 19 balance, quite crucial on centre backs I find, and 17 strength as well. He's 6'2", and again at just 22 years old, I think this guy's going to be an absolute star. His transfer valuation's already rose to £52 million since putting pen to paper here as well, and I've got to say, I'm excited for this guy. I think he could be an absolutely fantastic player, even though he's extremely expensive. Really, really pricey contract. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again, if we want to start competing with Manchester United, we've got to start splashing the cash. We can't just keep bleeding through the youngsters into the team and hoping for the best. We need to start spending the money and bringing in some big names in European football. So, yeah, just a one game off camera then, since the defeat to Manchester United, speaking of the Devils, Red Devils, oh, what am I doing? But just a one game off camera. It was against Burnley in the Premier League, won by 2-1. Brian Reed back on the team sheet and back on the score sheet as well, scoring the goal 29 minutes in, heading in a Luis Miguel cross to make it 1-0, and then 5 minutes after the restart, Ross Barkley, continuing his scintillating form, made it 2-0 with Donnelly giving him the ball, and Burnley did score a consolation goal, but that was all it was, as we won the game by 2-1. So in the Premier League right now, as you can see, we are sitting in 3rd place with 14 games to go. We're not kidding ourselves, we're 11 points behind the league leaders United, and they've got 4 games in hand as well, and we're never going to be in a title race this season, but hopefully what we can do is stay in the top 3. Our past 3 seasons we finished in 4th place each time. This year I want to break into the top 3, and it's going to be tough. It's really tight now between 3rd to, well, 11th really, but hopefully we'll stay in the top 3 and make progression from the past 3 seasons. So, first game today is against Spurs. It's away at New White Hart Lane, and we're going to the 5-3-2 in this game, not the 3-5-2, because the last 2 times we played the 3-5-2 away from home at one of the big sides in the division, we lost 3-0 in both of those. That was against United and Chelsea. So changing things up, and hopefully these wing backs will be really good for us. So this will be the team for the game then. We have, injury report. Toure currently recovering from a knock, as is Olivier. Might be okay to play in a Reading game. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, this is the team for the game. These are our instructions as well. Only one change to our normal instructions, and that's playing fairly wide as opposed to wide. And this will be the team for the game. Raj is in goal. It's a back 4 of Dimov, Sonogo, and Rasmussen making his debut. The wing backs are Hack on the left, Becerra on the right, and in the middle, the trio is Kante, Farouk Balut, and Ross Barkley as well. Up top together, Brian Donnelly and Ruggiero, and on the bench, Fakari, Keane, Timon, Malona, Saidi Derbali, and Brian Reed as well. So that is the team. This is the game. We need to give Rasmussen a number. What shall we give him? 22, 24, or why not something crazy like 99? No, let's not be stupid. 22 or 24. Let's give him 24. That's Kobe's number, and hopefully he'll have the Mamba mentality as well. First game, it's Spurs away. Let's get the win. Come on, Hull. Not expecting much though, obviously. Raj is back, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Raj is back as well. Missed the Burnley game due to the injury he got in the United game. Vakari started in that one. So Raj, the captain, back on the pitch tonight, and hopefully we'll mark it with a clean sheet as well. Now, we pretty much always lose against one of the big sides away from home in the division. It happens pretty much all the time. So not expecting much from this game, but hoping for the best. And if Rasmussen can get off to a good start as well, have a solid, impressive debut, I'll be pleased enough, I suppose. So hoping for the best, but always fearful of the worst. Come on, Hull, let's get a big 3 points here. So still 0-0 as we approach the break. Rasmussen's first involvement is to get a yellow card, so not the best of starts for our new Danish centre-half. But as things stand, it's 0-0. That's good enough for me. And it's half-time, so not the best of first halves. I don't really want to say anything at the break, because that normally jinxes things for us. I am very tempted to switch to counter, because when we beat Arsenal 2-1 away in the league, that's what I did against Klopp's boys, and that's how we got the win and scored our 2 goals. But for now, we'll keep it as is, stay with the same instructions, and hope for the best. Still 0-0, 45 minutes to go, and I'd certainly take this result. Well, this wasn't exactly the most action-packed of starts, but Lord knows I will take it. A 7.0 for the Moose on his debut. A clean sheet for the boys away at New White Hart Lane. I'd take this result every day of the week, and I'm fine with this. So there was literally no highlights whatsoever in the game at all. But I'll take it. It's a credible point away against Spurs. A solid start for the Moose as well. I apologise for no highlights whatsoever, but you can't blame me for being pleased. I'll take that. I'll take that every single day of the week. And so moving swiftly on then to the second and final game of today's episode. It's Reading away at the Medeski Stadium, and hopefully a few goals in this game, and most importantly, some highlights as well. Nothing in that Spurs game. That was really weird. But anyway, it's Reading away. We're out at the Medeski, and it's the FA Cup 4th round, and let's hopefully get the win. So going to the 3-5-2 for this game, because I think we'll have a bit more freedom to attack in this game and not need to be worried about our lack of fullbacks/wingbacks in this game. And we shall hope for the best. Same instructions as the last game though, and let's go ahead and get the win in this game. So changing the team around as well. Vakari starts in goal. It's a back 3 of the Moose, Sonogo, and Michael Keane. In midfield, Olivier on the left with really poor match sharpness right now. So hopefully we can regain some in this game. Derbali on the right, and the midfield trio is now Kirkpatrick, Malonas, and Saidi. So a totally different trio. Up top together, Brian Donnelly and Brian Reed. The Bryans up top, and on the bench, Rajkovic, Rodriguez, Timon, Balut, Barkley, Miguel, and Berahino as well. So let's also put Leka on the bench, actually, and take off Barkley. Let him have a rest in this game. So, here we go. It's the second and final game. It is Reading. And hopefully, we'll have a few more chances for you in this one. Come on, Hull. I know it's not the most exciting, and as I always say, my job is to make the videos as fun as they can be. 0-0s aren't fun for anyone, really, but for me, I will take that. You know, like the creative creator in me is sitting there thinking, a 0-0, is that what I'm offering for the first game? But then the player is thinking, yeah, I'll take that every single day of the week. I'm not going to turn that down, so hopefully a better result in this game, though, and I do fancy our chances, no doubt. Last time we faced Reading here in the league, we won, I think it was 3 or 4-1, 3 or 4-2. And we could have gone in front straight away there. Saidi denied by Walton. Still 0-0. Really important save early. Come on, Howell, let's get an early goal. Barley's corner, headed away by Cash. Reed first loose ball side. He's onto it. Oh, there we go. First goal, a minute in. And already in this game, you've seen 2 chances more than you got in the last game. And a goal as well. Side with a finish, 1-0 Hull. I should say, we'll have to look at it on the replay, but I think there was a deflection in this goal. How many deflected goals do we see in this series, man? So many against us, and now quite a few for us as well. Sidey's finish does take a deflection, goes into the bottom corner, but Osama will claim it, and we go a goal up in this game. Perfect start. I think I figured out now as well, when we're away from home against a big team in the division, we should always play the 5-3-2 to make sure we've got enough cover in the wide areas defensively. But against one of these teams, we should always play the 3-5-2 because we know we'll have a lot more freedom to attack and get chances. But a good chance here for Reading to get back on level terms, and right on cue, I've jinxed it and they've got the goal. Asano with the finish, putting in a former Hull player's cross, Gerard Delafeu, as he makes it 1-1, and the Royals are right back on level terms. 11 minutes after we took the lead. The Spaniard there showcasing what we're missing at the KCOM with a lovely cross into the centre, and Asano loses his mark as Sonogo and fires it past Vakari. Should have started Raj. It's okay though, no need to panic as Vakari launches a lovely kick out wide towards Derbali. What a ball there from our Argentine number 1. Lovely ball through by Derbali to Reed as well, and Brian Reed puts us back in front. It's 2-1, 21 minutes in. This game's certainly making up for that Spurs one, no doubt. That was a wonderful kick by Vakari to start the move off as well, and Derbali with yet another assist. I'm telling you, man, this guy's on 200 grand a week and he's worth every single penny. Brian Weeder, his 2nd goal in 2 games as well. That's really good to see, back on the score sheet, and it is 2-1 to the Tigers, and maybe a chance here for a 3rd goal on the break. Donnelly through to Reed, De Bruyne's linking up. It's the number 29, and it should have been 3-1, but he fired it horribly wide. What a miss. And yeah, another highlight. This has been a fantastic first half. Definitely does make up for the Spurs game. Saidi on the ball, trying to find some space, and maybe a teammate here comes back inside and finds Brian Malonas, and a Canadian now out wide towards Olivier. Lovely ball. Olivier crosses, deflected. Malonas picks it up though. Oh my goodness gracious me. How many deflected goals do we see in this series? This is unbelievable. It's 3-1 to Hull. And to be fair, it's kind of you know, deserved now, because we've had so many conceded in against us in this series. It's about time we start seeing quite a lot going in our favour as well, but a huge element of luck to the goal, no doubt about it. Malonas' strike was going wide, deflects off Riley, and goes into the back of the net. 3-1 to Hull now as we approach the break, and hopefully we won't throw this away. So second half begins, we lead by 2 goals as, oh god, what a terrible start. 15 seconds in, and we've given away a penalty. Once again, our former player Delafeu causing damage. Keane takes him down, and a chance for Reading to once again get a goal, and this time cut the lead to just 1. It will be Loader who stands up to take it, and he hits the bar, and Saidi gets it clear. What a miss. I rarely ever see missed penalties in FM. Quite a lot of saves, but not many misses. But that one smacks the crossbar, and what a let-off for Hull. And this has been an excellent game, by the way. Totally making up for the Spurs game as Saidi on the ball finds Olivier, and the Belgian crosses, and Reed turns it in. It's 4-1, and that will do it now. Brian Reed with his 2nd goal of the game. He's finally getting his goal-scoring form back, and that's really good to see as we gradually ease him back into the team. Olivier with the cross, and the finish by our number 29. Donnelly in this game has been very poor, pretty much anonymous. He keeps on going into these goal-scoring slumps, which I really don't like. Nowhere near as consistent as last year, but it's 4-1. The job is done, and we're through to the 5th round. And another highlight in an action-packed game as Asano loses out to Saidi, and Derbali is first to the loose ball. Can we get a 5th goal in this one, or am I asking too much of my boys? As Malona's on the ball, we send it long to Saido, who could be through off the bench here. It's Berahino, and there is the 5th goal, right on cue. The ex-Stoke and West Brom man with a finish, 10th of the year, and we take a 4-goal lead and go 5-1 up in the FA Cup 4th round away at Udayski. Lovely ball by Malonas. God only knows what that defensive line was about. Saido runs through and keeps his composure. 5-1 Tigers, put us in the hat for the next round. I have built so many teams in Football Manager and Championship Manager over the years, but I'm telling you right now, even though we've not won a trophy yet, this is still one of my favourite sides ever. I just love this group of players, I really, really do. And we just seem to get a little bit better year after year as well. And hopefully, the trophies will come as soon as possible. So that'll be the game then. 5-1 at the final score. And a solid win. There were a few heart-in-mouth moments when Reading went in front. They had that penalty as well. We get the job done. And it's safe to say that game certainly makes up for the Spurs game, no doubt. So that game was awful, that one. But this one, much better. And delighted with that. Unfortunately, though, Brian Donnelly did not play very well in this game at all. It was really, really poor. So we shall calmly criticise him. And he's motivated and inspired. motivated, good, inspired. What, by my criticism? Bit weird, but okay, fair enough. Whatever helps you, Brian, and whatever helps you get back on the score sheet. So 5-1 the final score, the job done, and we are into the FA Cup 5th round, and let's draw that before we end today's episode. As long as it's not Manchester United, I'm fine with that. Anyone but Manchester United, I'm totally fine with that. So here we go, an FA Cup 5th round draw. And Luton, the first team out, I'll certainly take that. But instead it's Coventry, then Bristol City versus West Brom. Ipswich next, that's Spurs, Southampton, Everton, City. Oh, I don't want them either. City versus... Oh, thank you, game. Manchester derby there. And Chelsea and Liverpool still left in it. Don't want one of those two. But I'd love Barnsley, QPR, Sheffield Wednesday. And a home tie as well. But I'll take this away at Oakwell. And that's Liverpool. So hopefully we'll get Sheffield Wednesday or QPR. No. Oh, thank God for that. It's QPR and it's going to be at home as well. So Queen's Park Rangers at home in the FA Cup 5th round. And I shall certainly take that. So that went in today's episode of the Football Manager series game, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like. Oh, lovely time in there. Lovely draw. That'll be the next episode then. So the next episode will be Leverkusen in the Champions League round of 16. Not there yet. Champions League round of 16. First leg away at the Bayer Arena. No, it's at home. Sorry, that's at home, the first leg. And they'll take on Leverkusen. And the second game in the next episode will be against QPR, also at home, in the FA Cup 5th round. So thank you for watching the episode, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do leave a like. Much love to you all. Have an awesome weekend. And I'll see you for the next episode in our Football Manager series very soon. Bye.